All right. So for the next one, I wrote down check your candy for razor blades on Halloween night. This one is as something that if you went trick-or-treating at any point in your life, you heard this.
Yes.
Oddly, in my neighborhood, there was a family that gave out little Bibles or apples. Yeah, so didn't have to check that for razor blades, just a bunch of fucking lies. So police across America have reported razor blades, sewing needles, and even poison in the food, though there are no cases of kids actually being injured or killed by the tampered candy, basically.
Except 2.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, the Candyman, Texas.
Okay.
You know the crime?
No, but I'm guessing that this isn't an actual crime. This is a creepypasta.
No, this is an actual crime. You can look it up. Yeah, fact check.
Fact check time.
Okay, okay. While you research Google, all right, in Texas. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna use the shit out of that.
Yeah. But in Texas,
Candyman in Texas.
A father. Mm-hmm. He poisoned his son.
He poisoned his own kids. That's different than poisoning somebody else's kids' families.
Yeah, but this is what started it. This is what started the whole check your candy, check this, is because he's known as the man who killed Halloween.
Well, okay. So there's more to this story than just he poisoned his kids. Dan Corll was an American serial killer who abducted, raped, tortured, and murdered at least 28 teenage boys.
Nope, that's the wrong story.
Okay. Never mind. That's just a random serial killer.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
According to Google, he tortured and ate a bunch of people in Wisconsin, too.
This is still saying the same thing, though. Killer dad serves his own son a poison treat on Halloween 1974. Ronald Clark O'Brien was convicted of killing his 8-year-old son Timothy on Halloween 1974 with potassium cyanide laced pixie sticks. Yeah, I heard this story, but again, this is just poisoning your own kid. And the reason he did it on Halloween was to make it look like the kid went trick-or-treating, got candy from somewhere else. A
random stranger, yes.
Right. So this doesn't necessarily fall into... It does and it doesn't fall into what we're talking about.
Yeah, but, ew, that lady's...
Yeah, I mean, they're gross.
But this... because he wasn't initially arrested. Like...
Right, they bought the bullshit for a while.
That somebody had spiked the Halloween candy, and parents across America, they went apeshit, and they were telling kids, "Oh, don't go out; you're gonna get poisoned lace." And then finally, it was discovered, "Oh, this motherfucker did it to his own kid. What an asshole!" You know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel like that constitutes as this myth, and it doesn't, because he was poisoning his own kids. He wasn't just like... Now there is now there is a story of somebody putting LSD in candy for kids on Halloween night.
That is the most expensive Halloween candy in the world. I think
back in the 70s and 80s it wasn't... I think back in the 70s and 80s, it wasn't that expensive. It's only expensive. Well, it's not even expensive now because they have that synthetic acid.
That's right. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was trickling down the street, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it just ran down the street. No, I mean, they figured it out, and it was cheap because nobody wanted to do it until Woods, you know, the hippie era.
I would actually love... What actually happened probably that night was like he had his like
sugar cubes
laced with acid, and his girlfriend didn't realize that, you know, these aren't for the kids, and she just started handing them out to the kids.
That is people need to write him thank you letters, I guess, because that's expensive.
I had the best Halloween ever.
Yeah.
Thank
it lasted
you.
for 3 days, and but yeah.
He goes around the neighborhood and he's like, "Hey, you motherfuckers, you owe me some fucking money, man."
Yeah, you just hear Tommy Chong running down the street like, "Hey man, did you eat your fucking sugar cube yet?
Hey, remember that Halloween candy I gave you?
All right,
You fucking owe me, dude."
moving on.